Namyo Horenge Kyo, Namyo Horenge Kyo, Namyo Horenge Kyo. Namyo Horenge Kyo, Namyo Horenge Kyo, Namyo Horenge Kyo. Leave me alone, Ike. Namyo Horenge Kyo, Namyo Horenge. I done had a long day. Ooh, I can't even see straight. I'm so tired. Oh, Lord. Okay. Basketball wives, though. Let me give y'all this. Y'all know I have thoughts. As usual, darlings. Of course I do. Okay. How did the episode begin? Okay, very well left off last week. We have, Evelyn and Shaunie. They are standing outside. You know, Shaunie, after she hugged Evelyn, after she hugged Jennifer, she went back in there to go and, she went outside to go and check on Evelyn. Evelyn was just like, I want her to apologize, Shaunie. I want her to apologize for disrespecting my daughter, for everything that she said about my daughter. I want her to apologize, Shaunie. Like, are you serious? You know, when she said what she said about my daughter, her mother was alive and well and cancer-free. Like, come on. And Shaunie was just like, yeah, I mean, you know, I understand. Like, you know, I hear you, you know, said that she needs help. A little later on, Kristen had a scene with Jennifer. And, you know, they're walking along the beach and, you know, she's talking about her mom and, you know, how she says that when her mom died, her dad sent her a text message of her biological father, who's still living, that she has no relationship with. So I think that's terrible. I know I said in my last review that that she should try to mend fences with her father, and I still feel that way. But my God, what a petty man. After knowing that that's all that girl got is her mama, and she passed away, you only gonna send her a text message? Ooh, child. So yeah, but you know, hopefully Jennifer can find help from somewhere, but she's definitely not gonna get help on this show. I mean, I don't understand. I don't even know why Evelyn came back. You know, changed your life, you say, but you know, came back to the show that puts you in that same negative light, that makes you act out because you're put in messed up situations and stuff where people say crazy stuff to you, and vice versa, get you still back on the show. You know, I guess they get out in that real world and realize they ain't got nothing else to do, no other talents besides being pretty, and there you go, they got to come on back. I say, my Lord. What else happened? Shaunie, Jackie, Tami met up. You know, they were talking. Tami said that she you know, her ex-husband, which is the father of her daughters, you know, the whole non-factor thing over him, Kenny Anderson. He recently had a stroke, unfortunately. And, you know, Tami, she started crying, and she was just like, you know, at the end of the day, he is the father of my kids and all that. Tami also had a scene with her youngest daughter, Jazz. And, you know, Jazz and her got emotional. She said she wouldn't know what she would do without Tami, and, you know, just really sad. Death is just... It just sucks. It really, really does. But I guess the only comforting thing about death is the fact that at one point you're going to see them again. And at that moment you'll never lose each other. But that's the only little drop of encouragement that I can give, because, you know, we've all lost family members. I recently lost one about 3 weeks ago, and so I don't know. Just day by day. Let me see. So Malaysia, OG, Cece and Jackie met up. Jackie is in all the scenes. Go, Jackie. It ain't got no drama this season. Go, Jacqueline. So Jacqueline and you know, the girls, they're talking. You know, it all started off fine at first, but then the whole jabs from OG talking about Christian just started to come in. And, you know, her talking about that she don't really trust Kristen and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, OG is getting frustrated with Cece because, you know, OG is being a ride or die friend to Cece. And when the girls are around, OG will call something out, but Cece will deflect. Sit there like she did nothing. Or, you know, not mention anything at all. And, you know, she was just making all kind of, you know, kind of smart comments about Kristen. And Malaysia was getting more and more upset because that's her family. And, I mean, I guess, but I ain't never seen nobody care so much about in-laws. I mean, girl, Malaysia, you act like you grew up with them. You act like, you know, your auntie is their mama or something. Or your uncle is their mama. Like, you really act like it's first cousin base. Like, you really like, girl. I mean, child. It's more so a storyline if you ask me, but whatever. So, you know, Malaysia and Jackie ended up getting up and walking out. Malaysia was getting more and more upset and irritated with OG. You know, OG definitely makes it difficult to like her at times, for sure. She really, really does. Not saying what she's saying about Kristen is false. It's just out of place, it's out of pocket, and it's not needed for you to say. That's all. Evelyn had a scene with Jackie. You know, the tides are turning like the Young and the Restless child. She had a scene with Jackie, and Evelyn wants to create this whole skincare line with CBD oil in it, you know, weed. And, you know, it has a whole lot of healing properties, you know, all that good stuff. And, you know, Evelyn, you know, she's just going through the change of life, darling. She's aging. She don't want to admit that she's aging. That's why she's having all these aches and pains. I mean, she's still in pain, child. And so, you know, she's talking to Jackie. She says that she wants to invite everybody but Jennifer and Tami. And I was just like, so why is we still mad at Tami? Why? We meaning you, Evelyn. Why is you still mad at Tami? Tami ain't even mentioned you this season so far. Like, I'm really like, oh, God. Some ladies on this show need more to do. For sure. But, on one hand, I do understand and actually respect the fact that Evelyn did not invite Jennifer and Tami, because if you have an issue with a person, it only makes sense as to why you would not want them there at a celebration for you. That makes completely sense to me. You know, it's just no obligation to, you know, who in real life, seriously, who wants to be around people they don't care for at the moment? Nobody. So, you know, that was a real life moment the VH1 gave us. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so OG and Jackie had a scene. OG wanted a sculpture of her butt because she's going to be creating these bobbleheads, but you know, it's going to be a big booty on the end, and every time you slap it, the booty's going to wiggle. And yeah, it's a cute idea, I guess. It sounds fun. You know, she's retiring from football soon. So she laid on the table. Jackie slathered scrapple over her ass. And, you know, they were talking, and OG was just like, I just don't like fake ass people. And Kristen is very fake. She's definitely fake. And I will be vindicated at the end of the day. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, gee, this ain't got nothing to do with you, sis. This ain't got nothing to do with you. I swear. It's just all storyline, so this is what it all boils down to me. I don't really see in normal life a person would even give a damn. Playing OG's role as a supportive friend to Cece, or playing Malaysia's role. Like, I don't know why Malaysia is so pressed to get Kristen and Cece to get along. Why do you care, girl? Like, I don't get that. I just... Them people grown. Them people been grown. Them people might actually be older than Malaysia. You just sitting here trying to bring the people... okay. So, we get to Evelyn's little event. Earlier, Feby had a scene with Evelyn where she talked about her grandpa passed away from cancer. She's getting the cancer symbol on her. It was lovely. Feby, she seemed cool. I like her. Okay. So, you know, they were all sitting around, you know, talking and, you know, hey, hey, bye, bye, whoop to whoop. It was Malaysia, Kristen, and Cece talking. And, you know, Malaysia, she was asking sis really good, asking Cece, you know, questions like, well, you know, have you ever said something out of the way to OG about Kristen? And Cece was just like, no, just the normal stuff, you know, lying. I'm sure she done said all kind of stuff about Kristen to OG. Of course, that's how she gets her ammunition. Because she's not talking about her own stuff or her own drama. She's talking about the mess with Cece and the family. They so shocked when they found out Cece was the one that was telling OG. Of course, how else she would have learned it? So, OG and Cece, you know, they were talking, and she was just like, look, she just don't feel comfortable talking to y'all about nothing. Because they don't really like Cece. I already told y'all the issue. They miss the mama, Thomas' mama. They miss her being Byron's wife. Get over it, y'all. It's too old to be wishing and hoping and praying that mommy and daddy get back together. Get over it. So, you know, they were talking, and then Malaysia comes over, and she says that, and Kristen and then OG gets into it. It escalates immediately. You know, OG in her mouth, and then you know, Kristen, she was getting louder, and OG screamed out. She was just like, yeah, she said Kristen, then she said her last name and said, yeah, you are not really Scots. Finding out that Thomas, who's married to Kristen, Byron's son, Byron is married to Cece, says that Thomas is not Byron's biological father. And this is something that apparently everybody knew, but you know, I guess this is something that wasn't supposed to be said. All of a sudden, Kristen gets fight mad. She's trying to push Shaunie and everybody out the way. She's ready to fight, ready to act a fool. And I think that Kristen said to OG that your man is gay or don't want you or something. But they bleeped it out. Or maybe she called him the F word that rhymes with maggot. But so I was just like, what is going on? And you know, Kristen, she's back. She felt so betrayed. Shaunie came out there yelling at OG, talking about, you don't tear down people's families. It's not what you do, and you know, you wrong for this and that, and all that kind of stuff. Shaunie went back out there and told Kristen that it was Cece that gave OG the ammunition. Then Kristen tried to run out there. Child, you ain't going nowhere. Malaysia's a sprinter. Child, Malaysia sprinted her ass down there way before Kristen even got to it. They don't even need security on Basketball Wives. I tell you, there's some strong heifers on this show. So I was just like, look at that, Kristen trying to act like she extra mad. I was screaming. Unfortunately, OG is playing into this whole stereotype as, you know, the black girl, and, you know, in particular the chocolate black girl is the muscle, you know, the one that'll beat everybody up for their friends and all this kind of stuff. That's what I just don't like. Like I said, I think that OG is exceptional as a person. She has a lot of great qualities. But she's playing into stereotypes, and they already, Basketball Wives have already had a reputation on how they treat dark-skinned black women. So we're not even going to get into all that. And, you know, she, like I said, her antics, taking away, you know, the whole colorism thing, and you know, all that, her antics, it just really makes it difficult to like her. It really does. Kristen, everybody knew about this, and so I'm just trying to understand why it's disrespectful and it's wrong. And yes, OG, it's none of your business. But to be fair, none of this is any of y'all's business besides the people that's involved, which is Thomas, Byron's daughter, Thomas' sister, Byron, Cece, Kristen. Is that everybody? Yeah, so, you know, all y'all is up in the mess with it. You know, because at the end of the day, when I really think about it, none of the ladies, a part of the whole cast, really care for Kristen, really care for Cece, and OG. None of them could really care for them like that, to be honest with you. Like I said, Malaysia plays a good game. She talk a good game, Kelly Rowland, but, you know, we all know what's tea with that whole situation. OG was completely 100% wrong. We're spilling the tea. But if Kristen knew about this and has been knowing about this for a while, Kristen, you should have let that comment roll off your back. Unless Kristen really is trying to keep up this image that she is that girl, when she's really that girl by association. I don't know, maybe that's why she got mad, but I wouldn't have let that faze me, especially if I know, oh, your daddy ain't your real daddy. I know, I just met the nigga last year, I know. You know, but hey, I don't know all the dynamics to that. Finally, next week, they're going to get to talk to the horse. The horse's mouth from all this stuff is coming from Byron. Malaysia, the only person that's brave enough to actually talk to Byron. And Byron looks like he gonna tell Malaysia everything that he been telling Cece that she been relaying to the other girls. So finally, they going to the horse's mouth to get the information. Thank you, so they can stop beating up on Cece about everything. But Cece, like I said last season, I believe, you need to get your ass off the show. See, Cece do white woman shade. White women's, they throw shade, can't stand you, talk crap about you, all that, you know. But it's only in a certain place, and it's never, you know, in front of people that possibly, you know, like you, whomever person they're talking about. They do it real sneaky and underhanded. But then in your face, smile and all that kind of stuff. That's what Cece do. But, you know, you're dealing with a lot of round the way girls on this show, Cece, and they ready to box out with you, sis. So, you know, you can't talk. You talk too much. You can't say certain stuff and expect for it not to come back around. You know? I was just like, Lord, this is going to be a mess. It is going to be a mess. As hard as those girls are, though, I tell you, they is not going to swing on OG. Not I said the duck. And with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me. at It's King's World on Instagram and Twitter, at It's King's World 89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. Happy 4th, and I'll see you guys later.